My name is Suresh Ramanathan. I'm the Dean at Great Lakes Management, Chennai. I've been here for the last 4.5 years now. Prior to that, I was in the US. I was at Chicago Booth as a faculty, and then later at Texas A&M. So I have over 20 plus years in academia, and I got my PhD at Stern School of Business at NYU, and I specialize in marketing and consumer behavior is really what I do a lot of research in. And so here I am to announce the launch of a very, very exciting program, the Fellow Program in Management, FPM, in marketing specifically. And this is a one-of-a-kind program that is benchmarked to international standards. So the curriculum is basically modeled after some of the top schools in the US and elsewhere. And we will have international mentors or guides who will basically work with the students, help them publish their papers. And the entire focus of the program is on very, very high quality research. Research that is capable of being published in FT50 and A-star journals. And the faculty that we will have in the program, both from Great Lakes and from elsewhere, they are all people who have published in journals like these and will be able to help the students establish themselves in academia in India as well as around the world. Not at all. It is for people with curiosity. That's all you require. Curiosity to dig deep, curiosity to learn more. So it's not for geniuses. No one is born a genius. In fact, I don't think even I would call myself a genius, despite having done my PhD and having worked in academia for so long. So it's not about being a genius or being super smart or anything like that. It's just about curiosity, wanting to learn, wanting to dig deep, wanting to understand why things are happening. That's really what a PhD is all about. Not in your field. So if you want to get a PhD in marketing, for example, you don't need a master's in marketing or an MBA or anything like that. In fact, the way we look at it, if you have exposure to the core disciplines of economics and or sociology or psychology, they would also actually benefit a lot. And so we are very, very open in terms of the students that we admit to the fellow program, and we are looking for people from a wide variety of backgrounds. So a PhD in essence is primarily meant for people who are interested in academia. So that I would say at least about 80-90% of people end up getting into academia. It does not preclude the possibility of you getting into other fields, but I think you should have that kind of an inclination towards teaching and research, because that's really what a PhD prepares you for. Not at all. You actually get paid for it. So you actually get a stipend, you will get accommodation on campus, all of that is basically in return for just doing a little bit of work on campus, like as a graduate assistant or something like that. So hardly expensive. I would say it's a good deal to spend the rest 4 or 5 years of your life just doing this. No, you learn a lot from others. You will learn from other fellow students who are in your PhD program. You're going to work very, very closely with mentors and guides who actually understand the journey you are on. So I think you should particularly not view this, view a PhD as some kind of a battle that you're fighting. And you're definitely not fighting it alone, because in a good PhD program, you will have people ready to work with you, to advise you at every step of the way, to guide you, and you will have your peers who will also be there for you. So, never isolating. And so the Great Lakes Fellow Program in Management is very, very different compared to most other programs. And let me explain how and why. Number one, as I mentioned earlier, it is benchmarked to international standards, which means we understand what it takes to succeed in the international market. Which means that, if you get an FPM from Great Lakes, potentially you are ready to basically take up employment anywhere in the world, right? That's really what we want to prepare you for. And to do that, the kind of training that we will give you, the kind of exposure to core discipline subjects like economics and psychology, no other program in this country actually does that. Not one program actually does that. So the exposure to core discipline subjects, which is absolutely essential to being able to publish in the top journals in the field. If you don't have that, you will never be able to get your research out in prestigious journals. So that's the kind of training that we are providing. And we have excellent faculty, both within Great Lakes as well as from outside, who will be coming in and taking these PhD courses, seminars, where you actually discuss papers at great length. You work on your own research topic from year one itself, rather than wait till year 3, which is when typically most PhD programs typically do that, right? You start working on your research only in year 3. In our case, you start working on it from year 1. So we are basically preparing you for success from day 1. And that's the distinction of our program. We are actually preparing you for a career ahead, and that's really what we view this as our single biggest advantage over every other program in the country.